Also, most guys are pussies, so it's so easy to compare yourself and focus on yourself and put yourself first. And then it made me more confident. It's nothing personal. Just focus on you, boo. That's like my main advice for everything. Hey guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Today I am filming yet again another girl talk video. I feel like it's a really great place to just open up and talk, and I know that sometimes it's hard to ask people that are actually in your life for advice because sometimes you don't want to open up about certain things to people that are close to you just because it can be awkward or whatever. So this is a free space to talk about literally anything. I have you guys ask me questions on my Instagram story and everything's anonymous. So make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to participate in the next girl talk video and keep up with my stories so that you don't miss it. Today, I really wanted to focus on self-love and confidence and those kind of questions that I saw just because I get questions like that all the time. And I think it's a really, really great topic to touch on. Just loving yourself is a really, really important thing. And I want you guys to all love yourselves. And I don't know, I just want to answer a bunch of questions about that. So without further ado, let's get into the girl talk questions. This is very much big sister vibes. Okay, the first question that I'm going to answer is, I don't think I'm ugly and it seems like no guy is ever interested in me. Help. Okay, this is a huge thing that I think a lot of girls struggle with. I feel like a lot of people put their self-worth in male attention, and that is a awful thing, and it's really, really easy to let that affect you if you're not getting the right attention from the guy that you want. It's really easy to be like, oh my god, am I ugly? Like, am I not enough? Why doesn't he like me? That's like a very, very big thing, and I used to struggle with that a lot, honestly, up until very recently when a situation happened that really made me question my self-worth. And then I realized that that specific guy just treats every girl like that, and I was like, okay, it's nothing personal, it literally is all him, you know? Also, if you put it into perspective, how many guys do you think in your head are attractive but you don't tell them because you don't want to put yourself out there? People are shy, guys are shy, and guys don't want to tell you sometimes. There's so many guys that I think are attractive and they don't fucking know. Like, I don't know, it's just like a really weird thing. But yeah, you can't put your self-worth in men because you're always gonna end up disappointed, because men really most of the time are just a disappointment, let's be honest. So yeah, you just kind of have to love yourself and know your worth, and then like one day the right guy will see that. Also, most guys are pussies, so that's probably why he's not giving you attention. Remember that you are beautiful and you don't need a guy's approval to tell you that at all. We don't want their approval. Somebody said how to work on yourself. This is kind of like a very broad question, but I feel like for me personally, working on myself means that I'm making time to work out because I know that that makes me feel good. I'm keeping my space clean because I know that makes me feel good. Doing things to keep up with myself, and you know, like, I don't know, I'm taking out time to do things for me. And I think a really big part of that is being able to say no to things that you know aren't good for you. I feel like it's really easy to just say yes to everybody. Like, I honestly really struggle with this because I don't like disappointing people. So like, if in 1 week I'm really busy and I have a lot of things to do for myself, and then I have like 5 different friends ask me to do something in that week, sometimes I want to spread myself in 5 different directions and try to make everybody happy, but sometimes you just have to say no to people and focus on yourself and put yourself first and let yourself have those days to recharge and let yourself just be able to do the things that you need to do for yourself. But basically, just find the things that make you feel good and continue to do them. What to do when you don't love your body, looks, etc. I've definitely gone through that where I hated the way that my body was. I would wish that I wasn't so short. I would wish that like my legs were longer, you know, like just so many little things, because it's so easy to compare yourself on social media nowadays. For me, I noticed that I became a lot more confident with the way that I looked when I started working out. I just felt good. Like, I knew that I was doing something good for myself, and then I was seeing the progress from working out, and then it made me more confident in my body and in my own skin, and just made me love myself. And like, I think the more you put time into bettering yourself, the more you're just gonna love yourself, and the more that you're gonna just accept like who you are almost. And honestly, everyone is beautiful, and it's so easy easy to compare yourself to people online, but just know that everyone is beautiful in their own way and everybody struggles with things behind closed doors, and everybody on social media is just putting their best photos out there. I just can't stress that enough. Like, everyone's social media is a highlight reel. No one's gonna post their bad days. No one's gonna post when they're breaking out and feel bad about themselves. No one's posting those moments. Everyone is posting their best moments. So it's so easy to compare yourself to somebody else's best moments. Like, everybody has their bad days, so you can't really compare yourself to anybody. It's such a toxic thing to do now with social media, but just start working out and start focusing on you. Start eating good, doing good things for your body, because if your body feels good, like after you work out, you feel so good, and that's gonna translate to how you feel about your body. Because if you're putting time into yourself and making yourself feel good, then you're just gonna start loving yourself more and more every single day. Just focus on you, boo. That's like my main advice for everything. How to be independent / how to not be so dependent on one person, my boyfriend in parentheses. How to be more independent. This is hard. I feel this one because when I was in my previous relationship, I definitely depended on my ex-boyfriend a lot, and I've always been a really independent person, and I don't know what happened to me when I was in that relationship, but I just became very dependent on him. And that's also when my anxiety was at an all-time high. It was terrible. Like, I couldn't go into stores by myself. I couldn't do shit by myself. And yeah, so I depended on him so much. So I feel you. I think that the main thing is that, like, when you are going to do things that you normally like would call your boyfriend and be like, hey, can you like come run to the store with me, or like, can you come do this with me? Just start doing those things like by yourself. Obviously you can do some things with him, like you don't want to just like stop hanging out with your boyfriend, but like if you're going to run to a store really quick and normally you would call your boyfriend and be like, hey, like, can you come with me? Just go by yourself. Just start doing little things by yourself for you. That will definitely help you become more independent. And I also think that that makes for a healthier relationship, because then you're going to appreciate the time that you have together way more. But yeah, some days maybe just be like, today I need a day for me, like, you know, and have yourself a little self-care day. Go take yourself out to do some cute things. And yeah, I guess basically make time for yourself that's away from your boyfriend. I think that that's probably the best advice, and I definitely could have taken that advice, but definitely try to start being a little bit more independent and try to do those things, because I think that if you're in a dependent relationship, sometimes depending on the people in it, it can start to negatively affect it, because everybody needs their alone time, and it just makes the relationship more exciting when you are spending a little bit more time apart, I think. But yeah, it's important to like do things by yourself for sure. And advice on how to find yourself, like how you did in LA. I love you. I love you too. I think that this is a really like confusing question, and I don't really think that there's a specific way to like find yourself. Obviously everybody has different paths in their life, so that's just like a very confusing thing for me. Like, when I came out here, I just really started living for myself and doing exactly what I wanted, and I'm just really chasing my dreams and like meeting really cool people, and I don't know, I'm just like doing everything I've always wanted to do with my life. So that kind of is how I found myself, and I'm just like in the place that I've always wanted to be, and I don't know, I'm just really like living the life that I've always wanted to live. So that's kind of like how I did. But basically, I feel like this video is gonna be so repetitive, but if you just start doing things that make you happy, like genuinely going after your dreams and genuinely doing the things that make you happy, and surrounding yourself with people that make you happy and people that make you feel good, and you're in an environment that makes you feel good, those are the things that are gonna help you find yourself. I know so many people that like went away to college and found themselves. Like, I don't know, in high school sometimes you kind of get lost in everyone around you, and I feel like it's really easy to compare yourself, and it's really easy to try to be like everybody else because you just want to fit in high school. And I feel like that happened to me. I feel like I wasn't truly 100% myself when I was in high school, and then I know like when a lot of people go to college, like they really feel more confident in being just completely themselves, and then that helps them find themselves. Like, I feel like everyone finds themselves in different ways, and just through like experiences and stuff. I don't know, it kind of just depends. Basically just like do things that make you happy genuinely, and eventually you're gonna like find yourself. Like, I don't really know, that's like a really hard question, but I just started like living life strictly for me and going after my dreams, and that all just like makes me happy and made me like find myself. I guess. How do you deal with overthinking? Okay, I'm not much of an overthinker, honestly. I have been in certain situations, but kind of just like let things happen how they should. Like I don't know, I feel like I don't really care about that many things. That sounds bad, but like if I really care about something, I'll overthink about it, but I don't know, I'm not the biggest overthinker in the world. Basically, when I start overthinking a situation, I just like to remind myself that everything happens for a reason. You can't force situations. Everything is going to happen how it should, regardless of how much effort you're trying to put in to control a situation, you know? You really don't have control over it. Like whatever is meant to be is going to be, and you really just need to keep reminding yourself that, because like we genuinely have no control over what's gonna happen in our life or who's gonna be in our life at the end of the day. And like, yeah, that's kind of what you have to remind yourself when it comes to overthinking. It's like there's no point in overthinking, because no matter what, whatever is meant to be is going to be. Keep telling yourself that. How to deal with fake friends / bad energy. P.S. I adore you. I adore you too. And I feel like this is very important for this video, just because the people that you surround yourself with really affect how you feel about yourself, honestly. Like I have had points in my life where I was surrounded by people who just made me feel like shit, and therefore I felt like shit about myself, and they would make me feel bad about myself. And like having that energy around you is really, really bad for you mentally, and can really affect the way that you view yourself. So I feel like I needed to touch on this. So if you feel like you have fake friends around you and just bad energy, I think that there's ways to go about ending friendships that don't have to involve drama or fighting or like anything like that, because I hate fighting with people. I hate having drama with people. I hate having beef. I hate having like just bad blood with people. I think it's so pointless. Life is way too short to hold grudges, way too short to just like be on bad terms with anybody. To end a friendship like that, really just try to distance yourself. Like you don't have to make a big scene or make it a big deal, but slowly just distance yourself from those people until you guys just never hang out, because you really shouldn't have to deal with people like that in your life. You should really just surround yourself with the best people and like good friends that make you feel good. And yeah, friendships should always be positive and good, that make you feel good. You should never be friends with people that make you feel bad about yourself ever, or make you feel like they're just fake. Like no, we don't want fake friends. We don't need that energy in our lives. So definitely just try to slowly distance yourself from those people, and yeah, just don't hang out with them and just don't tell them much. So definitely just like separate yourself from them slowly, for sure. How do you gain the confidence to make new friends? Okay, I definitely can answer this one, because I have made so many new friends in the past couple of months moving to a new city. You really got to put yourself out there. And in the beginning, I was so nervous. I would get such bad anxiety before hanging out with people. I'd be so scared. I'd be like, oh my God, I hope they like me. I hope this, that, the other thing. After I hung out with like 3 new people, that fear and that like anxiety of like meeting new people really went away, because it's just like not that scary. And if you don't actually vibe with somebody like the first time you hang out, you don't have to hang out with them again. And like, I don't know, my biggest advice is just be yourself. Be 100% yourself, because people are gonna love you for you, and you can tell when somebody is just being themselves, and that is so admirable. And people really like that. Like people like real people who are just raw and themselves. It's just like cool. So basically, it's going to be hard. The first couple of people that you hang out with that are new, it might be difficult, but after you make like a few new friends or put yourself out there a few times, you're just gonna be like, damn, I can do this. Because now, since I've done it multiple times, I'm like, okay, I can do that. Like, no problem. I can go hang out with somebody new and it will be chill. You know, it's kind of just about your mindset. Once you put yourself out there a few times, you're definitely just gonna be like comfortable with it after a while. Yeah, it's really not that scary at all, trust me. Because I used to be so shy, and I thought I was so shy, and I did not think I was outgoing at all until I put myself out there. And then I was like, damn, I was like doubting myself. Like I really thought that I was this shy little girl and like anxious and all this stuff. And then once I started putting myself out there more and pushing myself, I was like, dang, I can do this. But everybody has it in them. All you have to do is be yourself, for real. How to love yourself more / stop comparing. Okay, I only follow people that make me feel good on social media. I noticed that I was comparing myself to certain people, so I just unfollowed those people. You have the control over what you are seeing on social media, so you can really filter that out, you know? In LA, there are so many tall, skinny models that just like are beautiful, and that is just not me. I am the short, brunette bitch from New York. Like, I just don't look like them. And that's fine. And I have found that I can admire people's beauty without questioning my own because we just look different. Like, how am I going to compare myself to this 6-foot blonde model when I'm just not built like that? Like, that's just not me. We're two different types of beautiful. Everybody is different and everybody is beautiful in their own way. And I just think that you can admire somebody's beauty without questioning your own. Like, just because another girl is beautiful doesn't mean that that makes you any less beautiful, you know? You just kind of have to remind yourself that. How to accept a breakup and move on instead of convincing yourself you'll get back together. Maybe one day down the line you guys will, but for right now you guys are broken up, so you need to just focus on yourself and do you. Time heals everything, so after a while it's just gonna be regular to you. You're just gonna be like, okay, like, we're not together. So for the time being, just be like, his loss, do you, and then maybe one day y'all will find your way back. But for now, you just have to accept the situation for what it is and focus on you and glow up on that boy, period. How to feel independent and a woman and not feel the need for a significant other. Life is very short and you spend most of your life with a significant other. Like, most of your life, you are going to be married for years and years and years and years. So I think that you should just appreciate the time that you have being single and being alone and focusing on you and doing things that make you happy and going out with your friends and just not having a care in the world, because one day we're all gonna be married and that is the majority of our life pretty much. So it's like, okay, right now I'm single, so right now I should just have fun and go out with my friends while I'm young, while I'm hot, while I'm having fun. Like, you know, you should just be having fun with your girls and by yourself, because one day you're gonna get married and you're gonna be with a guy forever, and that is kind of whack. No, I'm just kidding. That's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to get married, honestly. But like, for now, it's like, I'm gonna really appreciate being single because I'm going to be married for a very long time. I'm gonna be with a man for a very long time. Like, ugh. Being single is very, very, very important. So, how to not care about what other people say / not compare and be happy with yourself. Love your videos. Thank you. So I answered the other questions, but how to not care about what people say. Honestly, this is kind of hard. It took me a while to not care what people say, but like, if you're happy and you're doing you and you know that you're a good person and you're not doing anything wrong, like, who cares what people think? You know, if people have the time to talk their shit, then they're just like a sad person. That's really it. Like, if somebody really has the time to focus on you and what you're doing with your life, and it's just like, okay, let them talk their shit. Like, let them think what they want. Nobody that's truly happy with themselves is going to care that much about what somebody else is doing with their life to sit down and talk shit about those people. Like, if somebody is taking the time out of their day to think about you and let that affect them in any way enough for them to talk shit about you, it's like, okay, they're just like a sad person, because like, who cares? Like, you know, like, it's just like, why would you even care about like those kinds of people's opinion? Also, life is way too short to care about people's opinions. At the end of the day, when we are old and wrinkly and all of that, we're gonna be laying down like, damn, I wish that I did this and I wish that I lived for me, because those people don't even matter now. Okay, those are all the questions I'm going to be answering today. I hope that that helped in any way. I feel like it was kind of all over the place. These videos always feel that way when I'm done filming them, because I'm like, what did I even say? I don't know. But moral of the story, love yourself. You are beautiful the way that you are. I just want you guys to be happy. That's all I want. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure to subscribe, turn on my post notifications, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all of that. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I love you to the moon and back, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.